That's 3 straight losses for the Edmonton Oilers. This road trip continues to be a mess. Welcome to the GCL Diesel Oil Stream post-game show. I'm Tom Gazzola. Betty Thompson with us at the technical desk back at EST Global HQ. Matt Kassian, our game analyst, will be stopping by shortly. We're live on location at Boston Pizza Clairview. Big shout out to Jason and Lisa for having us. The staff here, absolutely fantastic. We got here early today, and as the day rolled on, the games were happening in the NFL, and obviously the Oilers game, which we're going to discuss. A lot of angry people today, understandably. It started to fill up here. So a big thank you to everybody who came out. We had some great prizes, and we're going to continue to build this bad boy up here at BP Clairview. And that works hand in hand nicely with BP Westgate. And we'll be at Hudson's as well coming up. But shout out to Jason and Lisa for having us. All right, GCL Diesel. Great to have them on board again this year. They're providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Text us. I know a lot of people already have been. Keep those coming in. 780-218-9999. Get into the nasty chat if you're watching on YouTube. I think a lot of people are wondering what the is going on with this team this week. Understandably so. At no point, Benny Thompson, during that game until maybe the last 10, 11 minutes when Draisaitl scored that second goal to cut the lead in half, did I think that this team was that threatening.
No.
Where's the engine?
Yeah,
fire it up.
Yeah,
you have good players.
It's in the car shop right now. It's dead. The battery's dead. Everything. It's horrible. Again, just I texted the group chat that we have. Just passenger hockey. Just no fire, no energy, no nothing. It just felt like 18 guys out there skating around. Just be lazy for this puck. Yeah, I'm out there for a little shinny. Like it was, there was no care. It felt like. Sorry, I shouldn't say 18. There were some guys that played pretty solid today, but for the most part, this team was brutal today. Like you said, the final 10, 11 minutes. Okay, yeah, that was starting to look like a team that was like, oh, okay, we have a chance to win this game. Okay, then maybe we should try. And they got some momentum.
Novel concept.
Yeah, they got some momentum, and they started to look pretty threatening. But it was funny, like, I want to say 5 or 6 minutes into the third period, like, I had two of my buddies here, and we're just going, like, have the Oilers had a grade A chance? Has there been one time this game where we're like, oh, that was a really good chance, like, good save by Gibson?
No.
Like, there was not a single moment where you're like, oh, that was a good chance. Like, it was all just perimeter.
No threatening moments.
Nothing. Yeah, there's a lot to criticize tonight or this afternoon, but yeah, I just so disappointed. Like when does this effort change? Who knows? I'm not very happy.
It's like they need to torture themselves and make it as dire as possible before they wake up. Yeah. And I thought we were over this. Yeah. I mean, it's a 3-game losing streak. They've had a bad week, and things can turn around in a hurry. They played poorly on Tuesday and got the win against the New York Rangers, but like the Islanders game, oh, mamma mia, some disastrous plays. And then yesterday, again, a couple of plays that really pissed people off, and understandably so. Today, just out there for a casual Sunday twirl, and woke up for the last 11 or 12 minutes, but it was too little, too late. Hung out their goalie to dry. Actually, you know what? I like the tenacity of the Detroit Red Wings. If you want to look at something and be like, boy, that was really impressive. The Red Wings. That's what, a 5-game winning streak for the Wings. Are playing good hockey early this season. It is early. I'll emphasize that. But still, it shouldn't be that disappointing, man.
That Finney kid looks good. 7th round pick in 2023. And
good for him.
Yeah, scored his first NHL goal tonight. Got the empty netter. I thought he was around. Good chances for the Red Wings. Larkin looked good. Like they had guys that stepped up. I also don't think Detroit would say that was their best game they've ever played. Like that was I think
they didn't have to have their best game.
Yeah, like they didn't. Like it was just like if the Oilers played the Red Wings that were on fire. The third period's not close. The Oilers going to the third period down 4-1, 5-1 probably. They were just that ineffective the whole game until the final 10 minutes.
Sleepy afternoon for the Orange and Blue. They lose 4-2. Matt Kassian standing by. Let's get to the game story. I'll get the scoring summary and game stats in, and of course, send in your texts. We are fired up after the Oilers fall for a third straight game. 3 straight losses on this road trip. They'll look to salvage a couple points on Tuesday in Ottawa. No scoring until the second period. Dylan Larkin, nice one-timer on a feed from Ben Sherratt, his 4th of the year. Lucas Raymond getting in on the action. That one coming at 8:51. Then it would be the aforementioned Emmett Finney scoring his first National Hockey League goal. I think it was Darnell Nurse that he had some inside positioning on in front of Stu Skinner, beat Nurse to the rebound, and then tucked it past Skinner. Bernard Docker with the point shot. Larkin, the secondary assist. That goal coming at 11:54 of the second period. Before the period was up, actually shortly after that goal at just 12:25, Noah Philp back in the lineup, back on the score sheet. He's got goals in 2 straight games that he's played. Podkolzin and Kulak with the helpers on Philp's second career National Hockey League goal. Then it would be Dylan Larkin at 17:05 of the second period, second of the night, 5th of the year from Finney and John Gibson to make it 3-1. And then we go to the third period. This is when Edmonton started to wake up. Leon Draisaitl, his 4th of the year, on a really nice feed from Brett Kulak. Matthias Ekholm, the secondary helper. 3-2 at that point. The Oilers would pour it on the rest of the way, but couldn't find. Well, they did get an opportunity. Leon Draisaitl had a breakaway, and the puck just dribbles off his stick right when he's going in on Gibson. I mean, that's like Reed Wilkins. Yeah, you said it. Reed Wilkins tweeted it. That basically sums up the afternoon for the Oilers. Draisaitl gets a break and just bobbles off his stick. Emmett Finney would, chip one into the yawning empty cage, his second career goal. Raymond and Larkin, the assist. 4-2 is your final. That goal coming at 18:38. Shots on net, 25-18 in favor of the Red Wings. Face-offs, 56.5 to 43.5 in favor of the Red Wings. The penalty kill did not have to go to work tonight. The Oilers did not take a penalty. The power play goes 0 for 1. I didn't think the power play was that good.
No.
Or good at all, to be honest with you. Hits 24-19 in favor of Detroit. Block shots 21 for Edmonton, 11 for Detroit. Giveaways officially 21 for the Oil, 17 for the Wings. Takeaways 3-2 in favor of the Oil. 4-2 is your final. Cass is back. He does not look impressed whatsoever. Matt Kassian, our game analyst. Cass, I mean, maybe 11 and a half, 12 inspired minutes from the Oilers this afternoon. Where's that engine? We were talking about it. Get in sync. Get going. None of it.
None of it. Wasn't there. I think it was Benny that in our group text that texted like a bunch of passengers out there. And it's like, that's kind of the whole team. Passing up opportunities to shoot again, nothing going in the first period. Now, there wasn't much going for Detroit either, and maybe afternoon matinee, whatever. But it really wasn't until the last 10 minutes that there was any kind of life from the Edmonton Oilers. Like, there was some guys, Philp was trying, that line was, they were trying to get it going, but they were really the only ones. There was nothing much else that was happening. It was just quiet again. I don't understand this team in the fall. And as you said, Tom, like, this is a group that can turn it around. This is not like we're in doubt that they're going to be a really good team, that they're going to make the playoffs. I'm not doubting that, but they're just sputtering right now. And it kind of feels like the same thing as it did last year, where it's just like what explanation do we have for why this team just can't find a way to put the puck in the net? And this isn't like, one thing I will say differently is, if we're looking at advanced metrics and we're looking at actual opportunities in grade A's and, how are they actually playing? And is it just like, they just can't finish, right? Like, they're getting all kinds of chances. They just can't finish. They're just snake bitten right now. That's not the case. It's like, they're not getting those chances aside from like the Leon Draisaitl and the puck just rolling. So I understand the frustration right now with this group at the start of the season, because it's like, we know what they're capable of, and this is not it. And it's just not even close to how well they are capable of playing.
They've had a bad week, okay? They won one of the games this week. Let's just look at big picture right here. So they've won one of these games this week, a week in which they played generally quite bad. They're on a 3-game slide. They don't look inspired. And I think I used the term they play with their food at some point earlier this season. now it's just like, if, for whatever reason, they need to get into such a dire situation to basically jolt them back to life. And I know that it's jumping the gun by saying that so early in the year and a 3-game losing streak, but it just seems like it's headed that way again. And Cass, the way you just described the way they played tonight, disinterested.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be that way? You know what's fun? Going out and beating a team in its own barn and like owning a game. I don't know. I when I played hockey, I used to find that quite satisfying. Like, we're going to beat these guys tonight. Guess what? I'm going to get like 3 or 4 points. Then we're all going to like slap ass and then go drink beers and chase girls at the bar. Like, that was fun. That's how we did it in junior B. And I know it's different, but Cass, when you played on good teams, there was a point of pride, I'm sure, in knowing that you're going to beat a team and you took away the game from them and beat them into a submission and a pulp. Like, I like that. I feel like these guys would probably like that if they tried to do it.
Well, they do, and we've seen them do it before. Like, we've seen that, and that's the thing, is we've seen them do it before, and it's just not there right now. And we were looking at this trying to figure out why. I mean, the question is why. They know that feeling, guys. They know that feeling. They know the feeling of being able to squash teams and actually squashing them, of teams not having a chance, of just being so dominant throughout that it's just like, yeah, no matter what you throw at us, we're going to beat you. Right? It doesn't matter what you do. We're going to be better than you. We're going to beat you. Like, but that's just that swagger isn't there right now, guys. And it's kind of confusing as to why it's not, because they have the capacity to do it, but they're just not. And the blender's out again, guys. We haven't talked about it, but the blender's out again.
Okay.
Benny, did we time how long?
I got it.
I forgot to look.
I think it was 17:30. The overhit, but it was 17:30.
The overhit on that.
Yeah.
My goodness, man. Like, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed, honestly. Like, why? Let's have nice things here. Like, this team should be playing well, but it's not. Let's get to the inbox here, 780-218-9999. Get to the nasty chat as well. The Oilers fall 4-2 to the Red Wings, who are on a 5-game heater. You got Kassian, you got Thomson, you got Gazzola here on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream postgame show. Let's go to this text. Says, it would be nice to have someone drag them into the fight, kind of like Perry and Kane used to do. Now, they didn't have Kane all of last year's regular season. There were times prior to that when he was healthy that he would drag him in. No Perry, obviously. He's in LA. He's hurt too, by the way. But yeah, nobody's any, like, there's no spark.
There was Monty had that little scrum, but like it wasn't.
That's it.
Yeah,
but he's not.
It's not.
Go ahead,
guy.
Yeah.
Like, and there would be a question as we continue to go is, do you have a guy that can pull you into it? And we talked about that briefly before, but I don't know. I don't know if they do.
It should.
I don't know if they do.
Should be a guy on this team. Where's number 10, who had the lowest time on ice of any Oiler today? Trent Frederick.
Yeah. Well, he's supposed to replace Kane. That was the intent of the signing, and so far that's not quite happening. So that's notable. What was it last year? There was that little run that early in the year, whenever there was a fight in a game, they'd end up winning it, and people were saying, well, just get in a fight, have a fight every game, and that woke them up. You know what? It seems simple, it seems silly, but it did seem to have an effect last year because they would get the results, and right now they're just out there for a casual twirl, and then they slam their sticks when they get scored on, or they look desolate on the bench when they lose another game, and they have these like, oh my God, they look to the heavens when an empty netter goes in. And it's just like, well, you're kind of doing it to yourself, you guys.
Yeah.
That's I don't like. Yeah, I brought up that stat of like where there was a weird trend last year where it was like, whenever the Oilers fought, they won for over a handful of games. But yeah, I'm not even necessarily saying you have to get the fight, but just emotion, just get into some rough stuff, hit a guy. You know what? Kapanen had 3 hits, I believe I'm seeing here, 3 hits in his 5 minutes of play. 3 hits in his 5 minutes of play. And then he got hurt on a hit he was trying to make on the defense and that got out of the way. So who knows if he would have been healthy, would have helped out a little bit on that front. But just there was no emotion, there's no fire, there was no like. It was just guys who were sitting there like, all right, well, we're just gonna coast through this game and kind of see what happens. It doesn't really matter. Like, yeah.
Cass, what would you have done in that scenario if you recognize that on the bench?
Well, here's the thing: is you're a couple games into it. You're finding a fight.
Yeah.
Right. And you're like, if I take an extra 2, if I take a 2, 5, and a 10, all right. But we got nothing. Right?
Yeah.
We got nothing. Like, whatever. You're hitting someone from behind, maybe. Not trying to like hurt them hit them from behind.
But yes.
Not trying to hit them from behind, but like hit them enough from behind that it's going to cause a commotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe someone comes to fight you, and then they take an instigator, and it evens it up, sort of thing. Like, so you get a fight, you get like just something. Like you're pausing at their bench, and even if you take a penalty, even if it's a penalty where everyone on your bench is like, oh man, like how could you take a stupid penalty like that? It's like at least you're feeling something, right? Like some kind of emotion, like trying to pull something out of somebody. I think that's what you want. I mean, you need a guy in those situations. You need a guy to do that. You need a guy to get a big hit, like donkey run somebody, like go out of your way. Yeah, take yourself out of position, but run somebody, or try to run somebody. Like grab one of their skill guys, like grab Mortsider if you're on the ice against them. After whistle, ragdoll him, throw him around a little bit. Like, and maybe you take a roughing penalty. Okay. Like, but at the least you maybe get some emotion out if you feel that there's no emotion on the bench, or the only emotion's like a pouty emotion, right? Like if it's like a pouty, depressed, soft, quiet, like, yeah, do something to try to get some fire there. Even if it's like an angry fire, get something. Anything. Yeah. It's just, it's quiet. They're quiet. It's a quiet bench, quiet room. I can't speak to the room. Maybe it seems like it'd be a quiet room, and they're probably trying to say the right things in there. But
sure,
you need someone to turn this into action here to wake them up. You need a galvanizing moment, and you hope it doesn't happen because there's different things that can happen. Now you can do it on your end. You hit someone from behind. There's a big brawl. There's a big fight. There's a big whatever, like that kind of emotion in the game. Or something happens to one of your guys that the other team does, and all of a sudden it pulls you into it. And you hope it's the former, right? Not the prior that like McDavid gets ran and hit by somebody, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, and it pulls you together. You don't want to see that. So you gotta find a way to manufacture that emotion because it's just not there right now.
Be proactive, not reactive. Cass, I've heard you say that many times over the years. Okay, there's a question for you specifically. It comes in from gray-haired teacher who texts in 780-218-9999. Gray-haired teacher says, the lack of leadership and body language from 97 is wild. What are your thoughts, Cass?
Yeah, I mean, he's frustrated right now. You can see it, the body language. I hesitate to say it's a lack of leadership. We're not behind closed doors with that. He's the best player in the world, hasn't found success. So he's frustrated right now, and he's wearing that frustration. You can see it. Now, can we criticize? Well, he hasn't shot enough. He's been trying to do too much. They've been overpassing, and he's been a part of that. Yeah, I think that's fair to criticize that because they have tried to pass too much. They passed up shooting opportunities, and it hasn't been good enough in that regard. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's bad leadership at this point. Now, to say that there's more he could be doing, and he has to be the guy to pull them out of it and to drive emotionally the team. I think that's fair to say that. Of course it's fair to say that. He's their captain. He's their best player. He's the best player in the world. So if I was going to sum up, not going to say it's lack of leadership, but emotionally, does he need to find a way to transition this team out of the funk? It certainly well could fall to him.
Okay, this one comes in, says the back end's inability to move the puck is really killing them. Wallman and Regula would be nice additions right now. Joaquin likes to talk about the first 5 to 10 minutes of each Oilers game. He watches to see how well and efficiently the puck is being moved, mostly from the back end up to the forwards, but in general by the team. And he says if they're sharp, it usually ends up being a good game for the Oilers. If they're sloppy and they're struggling and they give away the puck a lot, it usually ends up being trouble. What are we seeing from the back end and their inability or just the mistakes they're prone to in moving the puck up to the forwards?
Yeah, too many turnovers. Way too many turnovers there. And you can see it. There's a couple times when it was really clean and they ended up with chances at the other end. Forwards, I think, when there have been opportunities, haven't done a good enough job shooting. Defensemen haven't done a good enough job being clean. on exits and clean in transitioning the puck. I think it's a very real thing. And that's one of the areas where they've been sloppy and disconnected, as it were. Right now, are their forwards fault in that as well? Yes. Or have they been getting back and putting themselves in a position to get the puck well in transition? Not necessarily. So it's not just the defensemen. The forwards bear some burden in that as well. But yeah, I mean, that's absolutely an area they've struggled.
Yeah, that's
Benny.
Yeah, when Louis pointed that out on the Sportsnet broadcast, I agree with him. That was yeah, it was a lot of like leaving your D-men out to dry, but at the same time, D-men, even when the forwards were coming back, they weren't even making great plays to get the puck up either. It goes hand in hand. To me, it was more the decor today I thought was brutal outside of Ekholm. I thought Ekholm had a pretty solid game today, but then everything around him, like there's just, to me, there's so many just brain farts like everywhere, like just like from every guy. I feel like I put on like just what a horrible play that was. Yeah, just on the breakouts, obviously like the way this team scores goals and how it has scored goals over the past couple of years, a lot of them their goals is from transition. And that's why they've built their team the way they have is they have puck moving defensemen to get the puck up to hit Connor and Leon and these guys in speed. And obviously you're missing a guy in Wallman that is very good at that. But right now, even the guys that are supposed to be good at it aren't good at it right now. So it's just everything is
well said.
is falling apart right now. Now I'm saying that being a little dramatic. I think it'll turn around, but it's just right now it's just not looking great.
You're very frustrated, Ben. Very frustrated.
Stupid game.
Let's go to Big Dave here. It says, coming to the surprise of nobody, this was another matinee stinker. Lifeless play by 90% of the Oilers lineup. Top guys can't pass. They can't shoot. They just don't skate like they give a damn. Aside from Philp and Stu, I didn't see many guys make a great effort. I know it's early, but it's time to talk about how horrible that power play is right now. The one opportunity they had today was just 5 guys standing in one spot and passing around for 2 minutes. This team's not exciting or inspiring to watch at all right now. That's from Big Dave. Okay, a couple of things I like that Big Dave did was point out some positives. Philp coming back into the lineup, Cass. What are you seeing there? And then we can't pin this one on Stu, can we?
No, can't pin it on Skinner, although I'm sure the Pickerites and the Stewart scapegoat syndromers feel otherwise. Can't blame the game on Skinner. Not his fault. He was fine.
Yep.
Skinner was fine. Team wasn't great. Skinner was fine. Philp stepped in and had a solid game here again. Stepped in and was good. Great job getting to the front of the net on that goal. Has found a way now to put the puck in the back of the net and is playing very well. So that line when they were together for a little bit and before Kapanen got hurt. So it was early on. They were one of the few spots where I was watching them. I was like, okay, they got a little bit of something. Like they're at least applying some pressure and moving and have a little bit of jump. So yeah, it was a solid game coming back from, or a solid game again from Noah Philp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
Benny. Do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, that was one of the highlights on this team. Like I said earlier, I don't think the entire team was bad, even though you have to look at it from through a team's perspective. But yeah, Philp is I thought had a pretty solid game. Deserves to be in the lineup. But who knows? Probably gets pulled out here just because it's a numbers game and he scored. Seems to be the trend. But I liked his game. I thought Ike Howard had a little bit of jump today. I thought he kind of had a little bit of presence today. It wasn't just a castaway. Still think he needs to go to Myers, but yeah, just there's a couple guys that did something today, but it was overall brutal.
All right, 780-218-9999. Text us your thoughts on the Oilers' 4-2 loss in Detroit, a third straight loss for the Orange and Blue. They'll look to clean it up on Tuesday in Ottawa as they wind down this 5-game Eastern road trip. This comes in from Jeff. Jeff texting in saying, outside of the core and maybe Mangiapane, I am not sure that this team will be able to help create enough offensively this year. And that was part of the rationale for bringing in Roslovic. Reed on his show and other shows on this station has talked about it quite a bit, is they had about 60 goals that they had to make up that they lost in the offseason. no one's doing that. It doesn't look like they're going to make up those 60 goals. And, the possibility of Connor McDavid pumping in 30 extra goals over what he put home last year. What do you have? He finished with like 26. This is a guy who scored 64 before. I mean, it's not unreasonable to ask him to put home 40. And again, they get to the slot cast and just not shooting the puck.
Not shooting the puck. No, that's a huge issue. It's a huge issue right now, is passing up those shooting opportunities. The McDavid and otherwise, you bring in guys you expect to have some offensive capacity to assist and to contribute, and so far they haven't done what you would like them to do. But it's a team problem as a whole, Tom, because it's not even just those guys. It's not even just Roslovic. It's just you haven't been connected from a play standpoint. Like, you haven't been able to apply consistent pressure to transition pucks and attack and transition to force teams back on their heels. Like, you haven't been able to do that. And that's where just offense 5-on-5 isn't there right now. I think you'll get there. I think you'll get there as a group. I don't think your season's not lost. It's not doom and gloom. It's not everything is horrible and the sky is falling. It's just they're not playing well. And as of right now, those guys haven't been able to contribute. I think they'll get there, but they're just not there yet.
All right, let's go to Cal, a.k.a. Dr. Nurse, with this text. Says, do you guys think this poor play is a combination of many new players not gelling, plus fatigue from the guys who have gone deep in the playoffs the last few years? This team has had persistent issues showing up for games for years, and these other factors just seem to be exacerbating it. With a little consistency or of effort, they'd be difficult to beat on a nightly basis, unlike the pushovers we're watching now. Thanks for the show and your time, Cal, Dr. Nurse. I like that. Very nice name, Dr. Nurse, a.k.a. Cal. But the gelling thing, what are we witnessing there? And then I have wondered about the fatigue factor, because they just don't seem to have that extra jump. But 6 games into a season, can we really pinpoint that as an issue? What would you say, Cass?
Late in the season, I'd say 3 games in 4 nights. Like, okay, it's lots, but it's not like these were nights with travel or long travel. But yesterday and today, anyways. I mean, it's not like it's that far, and it's not like you were in bed at 3 a.m. Like you were in bed early. So early in the season, it shouldn't be an issue. Fatigue shouldn't be an issue. And then this whole road trip, they haven't been great, and it shouldn't have been an issue from the beginning of it. So I don't buy that it is that yet. Like, we'd see that game 10, game 15, game 20 more than right at the start of the season. Then is it a thing? Well, maybe, but I don't know. I can't say that it's that yet. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, guys.
That's
in the back of my mind. I've thought about. Benny, what have you thought about
I just
that?
like that's. It shouldn't be. It's not like it's their first time going to that was going to a cup final the year before and playing it early the next season. Like, they did this last summer, and I understand it can maybe stack on top of each other, but they're athletes. They've trained all summer for this NHL season to play 82 games and hopefully play longer than 82 after. I don't like the excuse of they're tired. They've had 2 deep playoff runs. We've seen the Florida Panthers go to 3 straight cup finals, and who knows what happens this year, right? So, once again, I can't pinpoint what's going on right now, but it's early, and it's probably going to change. So I not get too worked up.
All right. Well, we're fired up this afternoon, that's for sure. I'm going to read this one from Atif, who has sent it in a couple of times, so he insists on us reading it. I'll read it, and then we'll cast his thoughts going into Tuesday night against the Ottawa Senators. Atif, he's either hungry or he wants a snack, because as I read this, you'll catch on to what I'm saying. Guys, does the Knoblock blender need to stop because he's not making any milkshakes that are working? He's putting in the wrong ingredients in the blender right now. Chris needs to put the right ingredients in the blender, and once a good milkshake comes together, leave it alone. Atif wants a milkshake, obviously. Cass, try to decipher that mishmash of ingredients that Atif just spat at us.
I mean, it's a part of it. We talked about now 17 minutes into this game and finding something different. But I think you are trying to find something that works, and you haven't yet. I want a nice creamy milkshake too. That would be delicious. Although I am just more partial to either plain old vanilla or strawberry milkshakes. Those are the two best. And I don't even know. That was just too convoluted. I don't know what to say.
Okay, that's fine. Let's move on to Tuesday night against the Ottawa Senators. Cass, if you were to be putting ingredients into a blender to create a delicious milkshake, and try to get a win, I'm not even going to use that analogy anymore. What do the Oilers need to do?
Yeah, you drop in a bunch of caffeine. Yeah, Sudafed, whatever else.
All the good stuff.
Double espressos, Advil cold and sinus. I don't know. Whatever it is to get rid of the sniffles and go. You got a struggling Senators team without Brady Tkachuk. So there's all kinds of opportunity here to at least finish this road trip on a positive note here. There's opportunity there for that. But you got to find a way to bring it, guys. Like that energy that I talked about before the game just wasn't there, non-existent. You had jump and desperation in the last 10. You started to make a push, and it was like, okay, here's some energy, here's some go, here's a little bit of like, they could threaten and they could score, but it just felt like they were just blah with not threatening at all, completely throughout the entire game up until that point. So what do they need to do? They need a milkshake of whatever it is that's going to bring them that. And then the hard thing is, guys, at the start of every season, the last 3 seasons, this has been the case. We don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. And from a coaching staff standpoint, I don't think he knows what to do either. Otherwise, he would do it. He's trying with the different combinations, and that's not working. So I don't know. Maybe he dresses up in some kind of costume and just trashes garbage cans or something so out of the ordinary from Coach Knoblock that it just shocks everybody into some kind of response. But the reality is the McDavids and Draisaitls of the world, the Darnell Nurses of the world, they got to emotionally find a way to get this group there and to get them there on time at the start of the game against the Senators. You have to find a way to do it.
Cass, that response in your performance tonight was anything but vanilla. Unlike the Oilers.
You weren't a passenger tonight. You were a pilot.
Thanks, Benny. Appreciate it.
Go enjoy a delicious milkshake, okay?
I will do that. Talk to you guys later.
Okay, there you go. There's Matt Kassian, our game analyst, bringing the good stuff. This Sunday afternoon, the Oilers fall 4-2 at the hands of the Detroit Red Wings, who are on fuego right now. They are hot. 5 straight victories for the Wings after dropping their season opener. You can keep those texts coming in, 780-218-9999, or you can get into the nasty chat, and we'll read as many of those out as we can as we proceed through the post-game show. I'm live on location, Boston Pizza, Clairview. We've had a great time. People are forgetting the hockey game as they're watching football, and they are hopeful for a Jays victory to stay alive this evening as well. There's a lot of great game day specials if you want to come down to BP. They have $7 pints of Budweiser, $1 off bottles of Bud and Bud Light, and then a bunch of game day specials food-wise. You can enter to win a trip to an NFL game in 2026. It's been a lot of fun. We've got a great turnout today. We gave away some great prizes as well. Big thank you to everybody who showed up today. Betty Thompson back at EST Global HQ. You can fire text our way, like we said, and we'll answer as many as we can. And then we're also going to go inside the Oilers locker room. We can do that right now, Benny Thompson. I'll let you pick who you want to hear from.
I'm very curious to hear what Draisaitl's got to say. So let's send this over. This is Leon Draisaitl.
Momentum in these games where you guys are, consistently chasing.
Yeah, it is. Just not creating enough offense. Obviously, not really seeing it right now, and then it's hard for sure.
When it comes to not creating enough offense, what are you seeing that's maybe limiting you guys right now?
I don't know. It's certainly not for a lack of effort. I think everyone's trying really hard, but it's just it's tough going right now. It's not easy when you're not seeing it and plays are closing down on you quick. So it's just got to be better.
When the effort is there, is that just kind of a matter of time before it does start clicking?
Well, yeah, I think with the talent in here it is, but certainly frustrating.
Leon, you seem really happy with the start, getting up to nothing. You said, or the first 2 games, excuse me, and talking about how you could really build momentum off that. What's maybe changed? Why hasn't that momentum really been able?
Yeah, we're just not scoring enough. I think we're playing fine defensively. It's just not. Yeah, you're not going to win very many games when you score 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah. From an offensive standpoint, you're talking about you're integrating a lot of new players. How challenging has that been? Without Zach Hyman too, a lot of different things happening.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but it's not that. It's me. That's certainly not feeling it right now. So, the game changes when your top guys, are feeling it and they're seeing it and they're creating offense. It changes the entire dynamic of a group. So, just have to take a look in the mirror and figure something out to be better.
You have played into June a couple times now. Is it tough to get going in a season when, the games are a little bit different?
Yeah, certainly. We've played an awful lot of hockey the last 3 years, 4 years, and not a lot of break, not a lot of rest time, and there comes a time where, maybe it catches up to you a little bit, but, there's another team that went through the same thing, and we got to find a way to push through it, and just take a look in the mirror and just be better.
All right, a couple of interesting things there from Leon Draisaitl. He did point the finger directly at himself when it comes to not feeling it, quote unquote, like he said. He did talk about how much hockey this team has played him. Maybe they are tired. He did talk about integrating the new guys, so he didn't really hide it. Now, he did say something there that I didn't agree with.
2 things. 2 things for me.
I'll point out the one I brought up to you. He says we're trying really hard, and it's not for a lack of effort.
BS.
Doesn't look that way from the outside.
No way in hell that they are giving their 110% effort. There's no way. There's no way you can watch that hockey and go, yeah, they're trying their hardest. They're just fighting it. Just lazy play after lazy play.
The other one was the defensive side of the game.
Yeah.
I don't think they've been great defensively.
No.
It's just me. I'm a little bit subjective on that one. Kind of disagree.
Yeah.
So
those 2 points, I'm with you on that one. Their defensive game has not been nowhere near good enough. Their goalies have bailed them out in a lot of these games here. And the third goal Detroit scored today. Yeah, you probably like Stu to save that one. But overall, again, Stu played pretty damn solid today.
Made some big saves.
He was not at fault for today.
Big Dave chiming in regard to Draisaitl's comments there said, Leon saying it's not for a lack of effort shows that they might be missing the point. They continue to play low effort, passionless hockey, and it continues to bite them every time. In this league, Big Dave kind of have a good point there. Team that's feeling good, riding high like the Red Wings are right now, they get a little bit of an opportunity and they can sense that the Oilers aren't as sharp as they need to be. They took advantage. So, I figured people would probably agree in us questioning collectively Draisaitl saying, oh, it's not for a lack of effort. Well, it doesn't look like there's a ton of effort. Doesn't look like they're dialed in right now. All week long. They got away with it on Tuesday. Not so much Thursday. Definitely not yesterday, and certainly, again, not today against the Red Wings. Okay, we're going to go back inside the locker room. Who do you want to hear from? I'll let you pick again, Benny.
I'm curious. This one's 2.5 minutes. We'll do this one. I want to clarify. I said Ekholm was the only good defenseman tonight. I take that back. Kulak, I thought, had a pretty solid game tonight.
Okay.
That second goal was all Kulak. Breaks it in the zone. Makes a good play to set up Leon back door. This is Brett Kulak. We'll send it over to him now.
Do you gain momentum when you're chasing the game?
Yeah, it's tough. I thought we started really well, like we did the last few games, and they're a good team. They're skating hard, and you know, they got some momentum rolling over there. And I think it was just a case of they kind of stuck with their plan longer than we did. You know, that we started forcing plays, turning more pucks over, and it made the night easier on them.
It's uncharacteristic for this group to only put up 18 shots in a game. So what are you kind of seeing that's maybe limiting you guys that way?
Yeah, I think that just is probably directly to do with, you know, our zone entries. We're not putting pucks in low. I think that's the game. A lot of the times it's not you know, cutting and weaving and putting passes through guys all the time. It's, you know, a lot of times, especially when things aren't going your way, you just put pucks low and get pucks back and work to build your goals.
Brett, have these last 2-3 games, these losses, have they felt similar in the way that they've happened?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's some things that keep happening, and I think it's probably everyone in the room would say the same thing. It's on our entries or coming through the neutral zone, just those little plays where you might think and feel confident you have a play to make, but you end up turning it over, and then we're spending too much time in the D zone.
Why is that happening? Do you think it's a lot of new bodies? Is it just a lack of execution? What do you think is kind of leading to something?
Yeah. I don't know if I can point to one thing. You know, everyone's committed and prepares for the games like they should, and we all want to win, and we're all trying our best for sure. But yeah, it's hard. The game happens quick. Things are there, and then they close away in half a second. So if it's probably a case of that, you know, you see a play there being made, and then next thing you know, sticks in the way, and they're intercepting the pass and turning it the other way.
You guys have played hockey into June 2 years in a row, 3 of the last 4. Are those, like, you know, those games are a lot different than these games? Is it tough to kind of get the ball rolling when you know that there's still a lot of runway here?
Yeah, I think there's lots of positives we got to keep looking at that we've had. We had a good training camp, lots of new guys in here who are contributing to the team on a day-to-day basis, which is great. And yeah, I think we got to, you know, the guys who have been here the last few years, you got to fall back on what made us successful through the postseason and make sure we're bringing the new guys along and trying to teach them the right way too.
Well, he said a lot of the right things in that last little blurb there, but I don't know how believable those might be either. Brett Kulak, pretty honest guy, great guy to talk to, pretty steady player. One thing that he did talk about that I appreciate and think he was right is he acknowledged that there are common themes in these losses.
Yes.
He pointed to puck management entering the zone, not making the right play, trying to do something a little bit different when they get into the offensive zone, and the result is a listless offense, especially even strength. But power play is not doing anything either. Nope. To be quite honest with you.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was gonna say. Like it goes hand in hand right now. They're not playing very great defensively, but they're also not outscoring their bad defensive play. Like they're both at a standstill right now. A point that I made in the first period, this had to have been the first 5 minutes. This game looks the exact same as the past 3. Like it looked the exact same. The Connor and Leon are struggling. Boosh and Nurse are struggling. Bottom 6 guys are kind of trying to do something. They got a little bit more like momentum here and there, but nothing like sustainable or like just wasn't doing anything really for the team. Once again, like this team will live and die by how well their top guys are doing. If Connor and Leon are going, it brings everyone else to the fight, and they are not playing well right now. They are this might be some of the worst hockey they've played in their career. Like it is alarming with how bad they're playing right now. You hope they get out of their whatever they got going on right now, but it just doesn't look like it's happening soon, at least.
Kulak 2 assists today. +2, 19-13 time on ice, 1 block shot, 1 takeaway, and I'm looking at the defensive stats for the Oilers, or the stats from the defensemen, I should say. And Bouchard 2307, -2, 3 shots, 2 block shots, 1 hit. Ekholm 1 assist, -3, 1959 time on ice, 2 shots, 4 blocks, 2 giveaways. Nurse -2, no points, 21-15 time on ice. 3 shots, 5 block shots, 2 hits, 2 giveaways. Got beat to the puck by Finney on the second goal. And then Emberson ended up +1, 18-31 time on ice, 2 shots, 3 block shots, 1 hit, 3 giveaways. Troy Stetcher, 16 minutes even. 1 block shot, 1 giveaway. I'm just looking at these stats here.
Emberson's lucky to be a plus today. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Highest giveaway total on the back end makes sense. I thought he had a rough one today. I thought he was rough. He's usually like not that bad, but yeah, today was a rough one for him.
Oilers fall 4-2 to the Detroit Red Wings. Let's get to a couple of texts really quickly, and then we'll go back inside the locker room here from Chris Knoblock. Dr. John says, I'm not so sure it's fatigue as it is frustration that they have to play another 82 games to get back to the playoffs and take a shot at a cup. Yeah, that's true. It's a long road. It's a winding road. It's, you want to engage mentally, but maybe subconsciously it's just not there yet. But I don't want to make that excuse. They went through it last year.
Yep.
Listen, they didn't have a great start last season, but they were okay. Mm-hmm. They had a little bit more zip to their game than what we've seen this week. Hey, a week ago, last Sunday, we're talking about what a wonderful game they played the night before against Vancouver. Very efficient, very thorough. It's a nice home win. They're looking all right, looking dialed in, and then just this week,
no,
not good.
Just sleepy. Just sleepy passenger.
Sleepy.
I don't know. I ran out of every word I could say that's PG that would summarize this hockey team. They're just it's not good right now.
Gordon McDowell via the nasty chat. I really hate how YouTube has changed. They did something on the back end engineering wise. They've changed some things up. We don't get people's handles and aliases like we had a week ago.
Yeah.
Gordon McDowell says the Oilers beat the Rangers because they don't show up either, other than their goalie. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Jeff says if the same thing keeps happening over and over and over, how can people say it's not leadership? And this is multiple seasons. Who is fooling who here? I'm not going to disregard that comment at all. I'm just fascinated and a little bit surprised that people are calling out leadership. This team went to the Stanley Cup Final the last 2 years. They've lost to the eventual Stanley Cup champions for 4 straight years.
Yeah.
I think they have adequate leadership. That would be an indicator that they know how to be pretty damn good. Have they gotten over the hump? No, obviously. But Jeff's not the only one who's brought up leadership today. I've seen a bunch of texts that have had a question the leadership, people calling out Connor McDavid. He has not had a great start to his season. I know he's had points, but he's not looked like the Connor McDavid we're used to. I don't think he's hurt. I haven't been told or led to believe or given an indicator that he might be. That's kind of surprised me to see people questioning the leadership. But Draisaitl said it. They talked about it. They need to be better. They need to look in the mirror. Yeah, the top guys kind of set the tone, and the rest will follow. And the top guys have not been great.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I would be like this leadership is garbage or anything like that. I wouldn't go that far.
That's been my point too. Is when I generalize leadership about their play, it's about this season. This season, the top guys have not been good. In past years, I mean, McDavid and Draisaitl are two of maybe the best playoff performers of all time. They are the farthest thing from
they don't wilt away.
Exactly.
They don't wilt away.
No, they are great leaders. I'm not I'm with you there. This is not the 6-game sample the Oilers have at the start of the season does not reflect their entire career. Okay, this is a point in time right now where they are not playing bad, and we're all frustrated, and we all want them to play better, which I think they will. It's just right now they are not playing well, and because of that, I think it's also allowing the rest of the team to not raise their level as well, and so they're all kind of sagging down together. So yeah, it's this leadership crew right now. This 6-game sample is not very good, but their career, they're shown that they're good leaders.
All right, we're going to go inside the Oilers locker room one more time. We have head coach Chris Knoblock. What are people getting excited about? I see the Packers just scored a touchdown against my Cardinals. I'm not happy about that. Let's go to Chris Knoblock.
Characteristic of this group that can produce a lot of offense. What are you seeing that's maybe limiting this group right now?
I think a lot of it just the way they feel, having the confidence and executing passes, moving it up together nicely. A lot of missed passes, execution not being there, and then it just ends up being a safe play, getting in on the forward check, something like that, rather than having a bunch of series of good passes to get it in the zone. And you saw that several times, and I think when guys are feeling more confident and just better about their game, and then we'll execute those and build a little more momentum.
How can that confidence be instilled? I mean, obviously you guys want to end this road trip on a high note in Ottawa, but how do you get there?
Just execution, whether that's through practice or games, just making the little simple plays, and you accumulate that, then things start going well. But, if you're trying to make the home run pass, the big one every time, then you probably have a lot of failure, and it breaks down your game, and you're not having much rhythm or flow to your game.
Other than the offensive execution, you're talking about a couple other things too. Since the second game when you guys look so dominant against Vancouver, what do you think's really kind of happened to this game?
Well, I think a lot of it got away from our strength of our game. It's just the execution of our puck play, not making passes, and whether that's giving up a scoring chance immediately from a bad pass or just having to spend more time in the defensive zone.
You guys talked about wanting to have a good start, and you did for the first couple of games, but is it a lot to ask of this group that keeps going into June to kind of reset every October and kind of get that dial running so quickly right away? Is that a tough task for everybody?
It's only my second start of the season, so I can't say that what should be acceptable and not. I think guys were ready coming into the camp. I couldn't say that the year prior. I feel that it was a bit of a drag to get going and get our game building where it should have been. This year, the atmosphere, the mood of the players, the team was in a good spot. And we just need to, and that goes with me, finding out who's best for what situations, who should be playing with each other, and just having a little more consistent, being able to play a little more together.
Any update on Kapanen?
No updates right now.
Okay. And was it difficult? You're talking about finding rhythm, finding what works, what doesn't. Was that even more difficult tonight with 11 forwards for 2/3 of the game or so?
Yeah, having 11 forwards is it's not that. I actually don't mind running 11 forwards as long as you have 4 centermen, because somebody can always double shift. So it's not that big a deal. What is a big deal is the Kapanen. Kapanen's been playing really well for us and giving us a little more energy, a little more speed, getting in on the forecheck. I really liked his game, so hopefully it's not a long-term injury.
Leon Draisaitl was just very honest in the room, saying that offense, that production, it comes with looking in the mirror. So I'm just wondering your thoughts on that and what that can do for your team.
Well, you just look at just having the confidence and just feeling good about your game, and just we have a chance at the end, and just puck bounce, lose it when we had an opportunity at the end. So I liked our guys' energy. In the third period, I thought we had a lot of push, a lot of chances to equalize the game. But right now, we just have to find it and make those plays.
What do you make of not drawing too many power? Like a couple games ago, none. Tonight, I think the same or close to it. Like, what do you think of that scenario? You guys just not getting opportunities there.
Yeah, a lot of it is executing, spending time in the offensive zone, making the other team defend, and we haven't made them defend very much in the last couple games. At home, I think we did, but these last 3 games, I think we haven't put the opposition in a position to defend, and when you don't do that, you're not going to draw many penalties.
All right, that was Chris Knoblock there. I can appreciate him kind of pointing the finger at himself. He's like, I need to identify who's going, who's not going. Benny, I was there during training camp. not as much as I usually am because, it's been pretty damn busy and, in and out of the city. But every time I was in and around the room and when they were at home for those first 2 games to start the season, there was a good vibe.
Yeah.
There was pep in everyone's step. It was different than last year coming into the season where there was more of it was a downer kind of, and you could feel it with people going to games early in the season last season here in Edmonton where fans are, we're at the game, but, the hangover and the remnants of losing in Game 7 of the Cup Final definitely were there on the ice and off the ice. This year, it wasn't like that, and Knoblock's right. Like, I could tell it seemed like everyone was in a good mood. The attitude, the desire to get back to the Cup Final, all of that. Like, it seemed like everything was in the right direction and positive. And just when they have to play the actual game this week, I'm just going to put up this week so far.
No.
Complete opposite. It's just listless and you desire more. And, super frustrating. And then the Kapanen thing, no update on him. He played just 5 minutes, 8 shifts, and we'll probably find out more tomorrow heading into Tuesday's game against the Sens. Anything stand out to you from Knoblock?
Yeah, not a whole lot. I mean, it was kind of answers I expected. The vibe thing you were talking about, I think makes sense too. Like, I have no question that they will get back to that point. Like that's my
sure.
I look at this week, and it's been a bad week, a horrible week. But again, it's a long season. Next week they can win every game, and we're all sitting here going, "Wow, this team is incredible!" Like what? Like last week must have been just a weird week. Now everything's fine.
Blip on the radar.
Exactly right. Like it's just that's the roller coaster. And yeah, do the Oilers ride that roller coaster probably a little too hard than most teams? Of course. But that's what's fun about sports, I guess, is the highs are highs or lows are low, and I fully expect this team to get out of this funk that they're in and start turning the page here pretty soon. But it might not happen until they get home. Sometimes it's just one of those little resets that you need.
Yeah,
they still got 2 more games on the road, I believe. Before they play one game
started on Tuesday, Benny. Started on Tuesday.
Yeah, sure.
You get an opportunity there. That's where you want to start it, regardless
Brady
of how this
Tkachuk, less Senators. Go nuts.
Go. Get it done. James via the Nasty Chat says, when do the Oilers have good starts? That also includes good finishes and a good middle. Great question, James. Valid point. Yeah. The C, Davey, says, this roster is what you should have after you win the Stanley Cup. Veterans leave and you get a random from Europe and a showboaty junior kid that are both unproven. This roster needs more vets for a cup run. That's from the C. Davey via the Nasty Chat. And yeah, I think that was part of the reasoning to go and get Jack Roslovic. And, this week it just it hasn't worked. That's for sure. Yeah. This text comes in from Greg the Sound Guy, who watched and listened to those interviews from Detroit today. Said they look and sound immature, and that goes for the coach, too. Greg, the Sound Guy, with that text. Okay, let's get to the turning point of the game, brought to you by Advantage Sport Med and Physiotherapy. Connor McDavid's got he's got a team of specialists. You've got a bag of frozen peas. He also got a bag of cash when he signed his 2-year extension. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game at Advantage Sport Medicine. Book your assessment today, www.advantagesportmed.ca, or call 780-460-9977. A lot of people were pointing this play out. We talked about it earlier. I'm going to go with this as the turning point because it could have salvaged a point. Maybe the Oilers could have come back and gotten the win. Draisaitl sent it on a breakaway. Flubs it. Puck goes flying off his stick the other way. And then eventually the Red Wings end up scoring the empty netter to ice this game. But I think that kind of summed up the afternoon that it was at Little Caesars Arena. Is you're hoping for something good to happen. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't come eventually. Then they get a break, only to have it go off of the stick of one of the most sure-handed players in the NHL right now. So that's your Advantage Sport Med and Physiotherapy turning point of the game. Benny Thompson.
Yeah, that's pretty bang on. we've seen the Oilers' heroics come out in these type of comeback games, right? Like we saw a whole bunch last year where it's just like they're down late and all of a sudden they turn it on and Dry and McDavid go and they start doing their thing and pull off the crazy comeback and everyone's going, oh my God, these two are so great. Obviously Leon will love to have that breakaway back. It was a great sum of what today was. It was just a what usually is a goal for Leon. Flubs on it, misses it, and that seals the game basically. So that's a pretty damn good turning point.
Thanks, man. It was an easy one too, but a lot of people bringing up that like you're watching, you're like, oh, okay, so oh no, it just bounced off his stick, it goes into the wall. Not good. Let's go to the Damon Bunting Real Estate Player of the Game. Damon Bunting, consistent top-producing realtor for over 18 years in the Edmonton area. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or visit his Instagram at Damon Bunting Real Estate. Without further ado, I hand it off to Ben Thompson.
I hate going like the first star as the player of the game, but I'm going to give it to him. Emmett Finney. Give me flat out honesty. Had no clue who this guy was heading into today's game.
Now you know.
And now I know. Alberta kid. 7th round pick in 2023. Like usually even if a 7th round makes the NHL, it takes years to get there. Mm-hmm. Within 2 years, this kid's in the NHL. So good for him. 2-goal performance. Gets his first NHL goal tonight. I thought he was running around. Causing havoc, making good plays. He was playing with Larkin, so that line was doing well. Yeah, Emmett Finney, good for him. He was from Lethbridge, so good for him. And yeah, he had a great night tonight. He's got 5 points now in 6 games, so it's a pretty damn good pick that the Red Wings got there.
Had himself an afternoon at Little Caesars Arena. The Red Wings continue to stay hot. 5 straight wins. The Oilers 3 straight losses. They'll look to rectify things on Tuesday in Ottawa, or Canada, Ontario, I should say. We are live on location at Boston Pizza Clareview, and it's been a lot of fun here. I'm so glad. That was my uncle Johnny, who just went by. My dad's here, my auntie Rhonda. Shout out to them for coming down. Such a good time, good vibes. People watching football, and they're getting ready to watch the Jays. Maybe make them feel better after watching the Oilers stumble and fall in this one. Yeah, you want to talk about stubbing your toe? Well, the Oilers did that today. That's putting it nicely.
Yeah.
All right. I will say this too. Here at BP, like Tony and Curtis have done a great job at BP Westgate. That's going to continue. We're going to be back there for Curtis's birthday on the 26th. We're back here at Boston Pizza Clareview on the 25th. So that's Saturday and Sunday. Clareview the 25th, the Saturday. Sunday the 26th at BP Westgate. And Jason and Lisa here at BP Clareview, they have lots of great prizes, just like the guys at BP Westgate. So they're talking about building this thing up. And that's the amazing thing about the crew at BP. They work hand in hand with Molson, sometimes with jerseys. Last week at BP Westgate, we gave away like a cool, like 90s looking Raptors jacket. And today we gave away some GCs, some free pizzas, hats, and Bluetooth speakers, and beer mugs and stuff like that. So come on down. There's game day specials, right? And then there's also the prizes that you can win. And plus you can hang out with your fellow fans. Savage was here. Big Uke was here. Cal and Sarah, who else? The Combine crew, Brody and Garen were here. So, and then others were here, which, and those that are learning about EST, which is something I also really like to enjoy and spread the love on what we do here at EST. So I just wanted to send out a big thank you to everybody who came out tonight to Boston Pizza Clareview. We're going to be back here next Saturday. Ben Thompson, some final thoughts from you.
Wake up. Be ready for Tuesday. Wake the F up.
You like that?
Yeah. This is, I feel like this has been the same message I've said the past like three games, but it's time to let's get going here. Come on. Put the keys in the ignition. Let's go. And that's Oilers take advantage of a Brady Tkachuk-less Senators. I think Linus Ullmark might be hurt too, or maybe he's just not having a good season. I heard something about that. But just let's just hope that they show a little bit of heart, a little bit of passion Tuesday night, and hopefully we're talking about an end to this losing streak.
Shaggy in St. Albert says, on the bright side, I did not have to get $19 beers for home games where they give that pitiful effort. Yes, and you can get beers here for $7, Bud Light and Budweiser on football Sundays. And obviously today was an Oilers game day. And then $1 off Bud Light and Budweiser bottles. Lots of game day specials food-wise as well. The Oilers, they blew it. They stunk out the joint. Yes, Detroit's been playing good. Yes, the Oilers have been playing bad. Totally redeemed themselves potentially Tuesday against the Ottawa Senators. That's going to do it for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream post-game show. Once again, a huge thank you to the entire staff here at Boston Pizza Clareview. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Lisa. It feels like home when we come out here. We're so lucky to have partners in Boston Pizza, and looking forward to get back to Westgate as well. For Ben Thomson and Matt Kassian, I'm Tom Gazzola saying thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up button if you're watching on YouTube on your way out. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We will talk to you tomorrow.